What is up? This is Dragon Slayer, and I am streaming live on Twitch. Welcome to our daily grind. I'm playing Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. And this is a New Game Plus Death March playthrough. Death March is the hardest difficulty. And it seems to me New Game Plus is even more difficult. At least I die more often in this New Game Plus playthrough. Which is good. I like the challenge. Anyways, the focus of this playthrough is exploration. And so last time, we're making our way around, hitting up undiscovered locations. So let's continue. Oops. See. Get our fast travel. And we're going here. Right.
This be the witch. Mother and the father.
Some unmarked treasure. Get a quick save. As we'll do some gathering while we're out here. Got abandoned site. That usually means what? Bandits or ghouls taking over a site, clear it out, and the population returns. Looks like drowners. Within my level. Got Axie. So whittle them down. Probably have our food buff up, right? Like, I'm still fighting, guy. Apparently I killed enough of them. Oh well, not my problem. A little bugged, but... fair enough. Got some bees. One of the most plentiful sources of food. Just gotta be careful, don't want to make the guards mad. I want my honeycombs, so there it is. Well, that's how you do that.
Greetings.
Talk to the merchant, see if he has anything
Wouldn't mind a
good.
look at your stock.
Not too shabby. Alright.
Farewell.
Guess before we take a look at that, we should mark what we actually want to make. So we'll pin white gall, because that's pretty useful.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Probably don't need to buy more empty bottles.
Farewell.
Geralt, thanks for everything.
I didn't kill them all. Where's the other one? Well, apparently the other one is now a member of the community. Again, I can still hear the drowner around here somewhere, but I can't see it.
Geralt, thanks for everything.
Can't find it. So again, not my problem. Alright, moving on. Monster Nest. Let's see what we have here. Ghouls. Within my level. I mean, I'm level 35, so 39's a little above me, but... stop toying with my food. I would like to get one of these guys up. Whittle them down. Always better to have your enemies fight for you, right? Try to keep them out in the open as much as possible. Makes it easier to anticipate their next move. It's hard to see when they're attacking if you're cover of trees. Right? Yeah. Get him. Not really the easiest battlefield here. Lots of obstacles, maneuver. Try to drag them into the clearing as much as possible. It's a little easier. Easier to anticipate their moves. See them. Right. Should probably get a save while I have the opportunity. About a quarter of my vitality and damage, one hit. Is that all of them? But there's another one around. Get a quick save, do some gathering. Still one left. There's a bee's nest there. Honeycombs. Go. Slow, but we got hit twice. Not bad. Got my honeycombs. Still another one over there. Alright.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
Yep.
Looks like rain.
Most people don't know this, but the Witcher is actually a weatherman. Looks like rain. We've got another monster's nest over here.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
Mm-hmm. Done and done. Of course, you can loot the ghoul's nest. Or any monster's nest. Pretty nice. Hear more bees. Don't see any. Anyways, with food you can have up to stacks of 100. Now let's see, I'm sure there's a sort function here. So I've got water for days. Let's see. None of these weigh anything. Durability. Everlift's expensive. Right, so when you look at it, you'll notice it says these have a 10-second duration or 5-second duration. Some of these are 80 vitality or 50. Right. I've been going with the honeycombs and raw meat because they're clearly very plentiful, right? I've got more than a stack of that. More than a stack of that. Because I've got a stack sitting here. I'm working on my second stack there. It'd be nice to move up to a food that has 80 vitality instead of 50. I also like free, so there's that. And again, I have the ability, right here, strong back, as well as the gourmet. Gourmet makes so my vitality regenerates for 20 minutes from eating food instead of 5 or 10 seconds. Makes a Death March playthrough from level 1 on a lot easier. Not quite as big a benefit in the New Game Plus. Again, why I was saying maybe I should move up to the foods that provide 80 vitality a second instead of 50 vitality. Have a greater effect. But instead, I'll mix in some alchemy. And again, that becomes a non-factor if your enemies can't hit you, right? That's kind of my the style I'm using here. Let's see. Go over to the world map here and mark my next question mark. Next undiscovered location. So I use this to avoid getting hit. And I really just use the gourmet in the cases where I can't avoid getting hit. Alright, knocked down my gathering. Should probably get a real save here. Oops. Okay. Something just happened, got an autosave. Over here is Oxford. Close enough, I guess. Looks like we've got a pack of books here. And the warg attacks me first. Okay. Yeah. Take that warg down for me. Hard to get hit if the enemies are attacking each other. Uh-oh. Oh, I almost got it. Alright. Quick save in while we can. First rule of any RPG, save often. Got a new rule in. Less talking, more fighting. Because when I start talking while I'm fighting, it usually goes bad, or badly. When I start getting hit, right? Start trying to overthink the fight, doesn't go as well. Of course, that goes back to violence of action, which for me is rule number 3. Alright, so rule number 1, save often. Rule number 2, exploration is key. Number 3, violence of action. Don't play with your food. Don't overthink it. Right? Can't touch this. Ba na 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 na. Can't touch this. Ba na na na. Stop. It's him time. Rule number 4, situational awareness. And rule number 5, have a plan. Now, having a plan doesn't mean overthinking it. Having a plan means knowing what you're going to do before you get there, right? If you're going to think about something, think about it before you get into the fight. That way you're not thinking about it during the fight. Too easy, right? Because improvisation isn't always the best answer. Anyways. Alright. Spotted some more enemies. Kill. Yeah, I think I was thinking about it there, right? Had a thought go in my mind like, let's slow it down a little bit. And let's not dodge until I actually see him start attacking. And while I was thinking about it, he started attacking and hit me. Better to let my pre-programming, as it were, let my skills take over, not think about it. Again, violence of action. Don't think about it while you're fighting. Have a plan, right? Rule number 5. But that's only because you want to think about it before you get to the fight, not during the fight. Violence of action. Rule number 3. Alright. Anyways. Moving on. Oh, wasn't very good. Good practice. Not a very good fight. Again, was overthinking it, I think. You could have heard the thoughts in my going through my brain. Was overthinking it instead of just bringing the fight to the enemy. About to lose my food buff. Two of them. Again, when you're fighting 2 or more, you've got to make sure you count for the movement of the other enemies. You gotta pay attention to both. Or at least enough attention to the other enemies that you can dodge when you need to, or roll when you need to. Raw meats. Raw meat and honeycombs are plentiful if you hunt. If not, then, well, let's get a good save coming up on it on the next objective. Hidden treasure. Join the army, they said. You'll kill Nordlanes, they said. You'll carry the Great Sun Barrier to the Dragon Mountains. You'll make the Emperor proud. So I enlisted. And they sent me to Velen. Yeah, that's why I wonder Well, they always gotta send us somewhere crappy to fight wars. Why can't they send us to, like, I don't know, Nova Scotia? It'd be nice, right? Did I get a quest there? Looks like some drowners ahead. Get him. Get him, Fido. This guy's been pretty useless so far. Attack! Kill! There we go. I'm down, or two down. Uh-oh. These guys are killing me. I think using Axii in this manner makes me a little lazy when it comes to actual fighting. But... let's see. Yep. One more. I level up. Wait, need to get more bleeding on my fast attacks. Got him. Alex there. First, let's spend this point. We're up to level 36 now. So we're effectively going to double the damage of any bleeding effect on our fast attacks. Or at least the bleeding attack caused by crippling strikes. Right? Alright, so we finished out both the quest and the undiscovered location there. multiplying, aren't they? Gotta drag them out into the open here. Separate them a little bit. Divide and conquer. Hey, look, we've got some buddies to help us. Where are you? Oh! I think I got attacked by enough guardians there. Oh, I did! Are you serious? Like, you have lost a coin. Which means I lost all my coins! No, that's... that's not gonna work. Again, save often.
Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri.
So, if you have your weapon out in front of the guards, they'll get mad at you and attack you, right? And if that happens and they knock you out like they did me, they'll take all your money. It's not going to work. Skyrim guards seem pretty reasonable in comparison. Anyways. So again, rule 1, mini RPG. Save often. If these guys want to fight them, go ahead. I'll wait for them to leave. I'll piss off the guards and have them take my money again. It's not my problem. Draw them away from the guards. Anyways, I guess I could come back to that. What I'm really looking for is over here. Elghouls. A little quicker than that, right? One down. There's the Elghoul. Thinking maybe we could dominate him again, but Not dominate, but... Oh, let's see. That ability is called... the alternate version. Puppet. Put some points in the domination soon. Since we've unlocked that route. Not sure why I'm going to replace it up here. Maybe this. Not one of these. Guess I could do Axie Intensity. Maybe this one. Don't really get above 130 very often. Oh well. Anyways, back to the fight. Sorry about that. Get him. Attack. Try to keep these guys in front of me. Honestly, when you're fighting a group, the targeting system is kind of a mixed blessing. Like, yeah, you can keep your camera on whatever you're attacking, and you can switch between enemies. It's not quite as precise a process as the targeting system in, say, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I'd say that's overall a better system, especially for attacking groups of enemies.
That stench.
But it's not horrible. Doable. And see Al-Ghul. Al-Ghul looks pissed. You know the difference between a ghoul and an Al-Ghul, right? Thanks, Vesemir. Al-Ghul. So they're standing there trying to do some Axie. Probably attack. Oh jeez. Why is he doing damage to me? Yeah, it must be those spikes. Go attack something. Think Ard? Can use Ard to make him retract the spikes. Maybe it's not Ard. Gurden, maybe? That's gotta be Axie. Oh, guess it's kind of a tough fight. Two shot. Teamed up on me. Teamwork makes freedom work. One of the downsides of this particular game is that you're normally just fighting by yourself. Old Rambo style. Oh, I didn't even get a save. Well, that's not good.
Northern women, they once
Again, first rule, save often. Alright, we'll let those Nilfgaardians take care of those ghouls there. Well, we go for back over here for the ghouls and the Al Ghul. Speaking of saving often. Now I'm thinking about it. See if actually go down the numbers a little bit. Let's head out, go again. Likes to regenerate his health. See if I can get him to help me with the Al Ghul. And that Al Ghul is almost dead. Al Ghul's are beasts, I guess. As long as you keep those spikes in. Not too shabby, right? Got him. Alright. Clean up any remnants here. My save. Apparently there's only one or two here. This is an abandoned site. They will reclaim it as soon as I'm done here. Which is good. Give me an opportunity to loot some things before everyone moves back in. It's not stealing if they're dead, right? Dear Sweetiekins. Speaking of Sweetiekins, my blind cat has joined us for the live stream. She's blind but extremely able. That's why I named her Blind Ninja. The rescue animal, a black cat. Not sure if I rescued her or if she rescued me. Always wear a helmet to battle. I don't know, drink water, change your socks. Okay, anyways. So what we got up top? Crow seems to be just kind of fluttering in midair there. See if we can help liberate it. Nope, that's a bug. Again, one of the objectives for the exploration playthrough is to find some bugs. One of the things I really enjoy doing, beta testing. Of course, this game is far from being in beta. Look at the mini-map right now. The pathing seems to be having a problem. And the more we explore, the more bugs we're going to find. Because although going through the main quest, in my last playthrough I didn't find a whole lot of bugs. And that's because the main quest is well tested, right? This area is not quite as well tested. So again, keep in mind that as we go through this, in this particular playthrough, we will find more bugs. And that's any game that is as big as this game. You have a lot of bugs. The great thing about this particular game, what makes it kind of unique as far as these open world RPGs, is that it has bugs, but it doesn't have those game-breaking bugs. I haven't found any yet. I've seen the game crash. Almost 300 hours of gameplay, I've seen the game crash once. One time the client crapped out. Pretty good. Considering Skyrim crashes about once every 2 hours. If your game crashes once every 300 hours, you did something right. That said, again, we're likely to find some small bugs here and there as we explore. This is less tested.
Oh, Richard. Wants to slay him. Get good coin for it.
Got a merchant here.
Not just perusing.
Show me what you've got on offer.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the money, so why not have all the diagrams I can get, right?
So long.
Figured I'd already have those. Lesser runestone diagrams. Apparently not. I do now. Unless that in itself is a bug. Maybe I already had them and I just bought them again. And it told me I got them again. I don't know. Not sure. Should pay attention to that. See, crafting. I guess having that base component of lesser runestone would be useful. I did pick that up. Where is it? Lesser runestone crafting component. I'm pretty sure I saw that in the list of things I just picked up. Yeah, it's under parts. Crafting components. Lesser runestone. Let's see, what do I need for those? Black pearl dust. Anyways, I can't craft that crap. Only blacksmiths can do that. So.
Nordling?
Nordling?
Gloire in
Call me
Arthur.
Nordling.
Heard of the Vryheid Brigade? Your kind, sir. Not you.
Anyways, probably should have
Is yonder ein etna care.
looted these tents before killed the last enemy.
Move it.
But nonetheless, objective completed. Discovered the location, cleared the abandoned site. Too easy, right?
I saw you at the sea.
Move it. guide
You
us
know,
to
Witcher,
love it.
folk can say what they will. Me, I'll never forget what it was.
Apparently, killing those ghouls over there affected this town as well. Fair enough. You're welcome. Beggartick Blossoms played Witcher 1, or the original Witcher. Beggartick was, or the Beggartick Blossoms were part of a quest. Had to gather those for something or another. Alright, we get some guarded treasure, some drowners. And you can only find the Beggartick Blossoms in the swamp zone, right, in Witcher 1.
How you like that silver?
Always easier when we can whittle down the enemies a little bit with Axii. Fight for me, drowners. Ouch. And I didn't get him. That sucks. Now you're mine. Get him. Job. Die. Got him. Came close to death there. Just not close enough. And Axii tends to be my go-to sign, or at least that alternate version of Axii. Regular Axii is pretty good too, for a variety of purposes. In fact, overall I would say Axii is my favorite sign. That said, Quen is extremely useful as well, and overpowered. So, if you're looking to make your game easier, go with Quen or Axii, either one. Igni is fairly underpowered compared to those. Yrden, not great, but it does have some uses when you're fighting raids or not. I get all the treasure? I think so. And let's see, what's the other one? Oh, Aard. Yeah, Aard doesn't have a whole lot of practical value in combat outside of you can knock your enemies down, which is nice. You get a quick kill out of it. But with Axii, you can stun your enemy and potentially recruit your enemy as your friend. So, with Puppet, right? The alternative version of Axii, Puppet, extremely useful in combat, or before combat, really. In combat, it's not quite as useful because it is a cast over time. So if you're facing off with a group and you cast that in the middle of combat, you're probably going to get hit for your trouble, right? I guess the advantage that Aard would have over Axii in group combat, or in combat, like 1vx combat, is that it is an area of effect. And the Ard Sweep is even more of an area of effect, right? And so that can be useful, but generally speaking, I'd say both Ard and Igni are probably more useful in exploration than in actual combat. And generally in combat, I stick with Axii and Quen, unless I'm going against a Wraith, which I'll bring out Trap like Yrden.
Winds howling.
So, on to our next objective. Again, we're clearing this middle area first. So let's set that up. Save the Devil's Pit for last in this middle area. There's quite a bit of fighting there. And again, I'm avoiding the main quest until I knock out these undiscovered locations. In case you're wondering. Again, this playthrough is focused on exploration, bug finding. Ouch. And less talk during combat. Yeah, that fight didn't go very well. Wolves, a pack of wolves can take you down pretty quick, right? It's important not to let them hit you, which I did not do very effectively there. Again, violence of action, no talking during fighting, or no thinking during fighting. Have a plan, right? But make that plan, do the thinking before the fight, not during the fight. Violence of action. Right, where was I? Let's go back and take those guys out. See that they're doing some hunting up here. Look at the mini map, all the X's. Oh, that's a drowner. I don't know. Did that drowner take out the wolves? Oh, it's better than me again. Let's take a look. I wanted to kill the wolves. I guess the drowner had to step in and show me how to do it. That's funny. Right, moving on. Drowner took on the wolves, but got his ass kicked by me. So, there's that. Again, let's knock that out. Let's get a quick save. Moving out. I do think fighting wolves packs of wolves is some of the best practice you can get for learning how to fight effectively for Death March playthroughs. Any chance you get to take on wolves. That's good. We got a ghoul there, level 32. And I'm up to level 36. Not too worried about
Damn, you're ugly.
that guy. Get him. Ouch. Sounds like my buddies. sometimes, you know, I do a lot of dodging in that. It's important because they can't do damage to you if they can't hit you. But on the other hand, sometimes attacking them is as good as a dodge. So, again, falls under rule number 3, violence of action. I don't have my food buff up. What's that? Looks like a fire. What we have here is a bandit camp. And we had a battlefield. Bandit camp seems abandoned. Well, finished out the bandit camp without any combat. And this looks like a battlefield. Yeah. So we could spend some time looting the battlefield. These corpses tend to have things like axe heads, an occasional sword, let's see, small blackjack there. Occasionally you get something good. Occasionally you'll pick up a note that'll lead to a quest or something like that. But most of the items are garbage, like, oh, that guy had water. Should have drank more of it. Probably wouldn't be dead now. Drink water. But yeah, they have like the rusty swords. There's a blue item, battle axe. Again, you can kind of use your Witcher senses to survey the battlefield, pick things up. It's a flag bearer sitting there dead, bruh. Not very good. Slacking off. Looks like we got some ghouls. Oh, well done. Sorry. Kill your buddies. Again, we don't want to piss off the guards, so I don't want to lose my money. Let them pass through. Yeah. Nothing to see here. Right? We still have some wild dogs to kill. Guards are useless. Frickin' Nilfgaardians. Alright, back to the dugs. Now, where was I? Die! Again, Wild dogs are outstanding sources of raw meat, as well as wolves, packs of wolves. We like to kill those guys. And they're great practice for fighting. Oops.
Ugly bastard.
Got him. Again, they do a lot of damage, but that doesn't matter if they can't hit you. Continue to clear this field here. Is it stealing if they're dead? I don't know, man. Archaeologists tell me it's not. I'm Geralt, the archaeologist. Yeah, they're not using it anymore. They don't need it anymore. There's a number of fields of battle, really, that contain bodies with lots of stuff to loot. Well, not a tremendous amount of stuff to loot, but I mean, it's not something you can really abuse because, again, it's like axe heads, rusty swords, and water, with an occasional blue battle axe like that one, right? With rusty Nilfgaardian swords. So you're not really going to pick up a lot, but occasionally you'll pick up a note or something that leads to a quest. Haven't picked up one of those yet here. There's an enemy over here. There's some deer over here. These guys are pretty good sources of raw meat as well. And deer hide sells pretty well. Alright, I guess I've done enough grave robbing. I mean archaeology. Rules. Oh, Pat. Two down. One down. Wolves can be a tough opponent because they can cover ground pretty quickly. They can have strong attacks if you get hit by their leaping attacks, right? And they can regenerate health, so it can be tough. Why having a bleed on your weapon is pretty nice. Or having the fast attack ability that gives you a bleed. This ability down here, last ability, the crippling strikes, fast attacks that also apply a bleeding effect. Pretty good way to deal with creatures that regenerate health. If you like that damage over time. Kind of fighting random things right now. Should get focused. Focus on my objective and my intent. And moving forward. past them. And well, monster nest. Maybe these are ghouls. Remember correctly?
Ghoul
I'm right
nest.
up on it.
Ought to just destroy it.
It is a ghoul nest. I remember correctly. There's no ghouls. Got him. Mission complete. Odd that I haven't found any places of power in this middle area. Let's see, how many places of power have I found? 1 of 2 so far in Velen. Or 2 of 2. I found 2 of them. And I'm not sure how many there are. Probably 6, I imagine. But maybe more of this. Actually, one of the reasons why I wanted to do some exploration, to uncover these undiscovered locations, or to discover them. Why? Places of power, more skill points, right? Now, I'll have as many skill points as I need, because clearly you can level up to 70, right? It's gonna be more skill points than I need, because I'm probably not gonna change my build all that much. Right, next. But still kind of worth it to see. Right, hidden treasure. Oh, foglets. Have I told you how I feel about foglets yet? Foglets. Foglets can be tough. Unless you hit them with Axie like that. They appear. You're like, oh, where? Take that, foglet. Ouch. Ow. Boy, they can do damage fast, right? But yeah, foglets can be tough because they can send decoys at you that can also attack you and do damage. That's pretty good, right?
What now?
And they can disappear to the fog. They're sneaky. They can get right up on you and attack, right? Got him. But again, as long as you anticipate their attacks, anticipate their movements, it's hard for them to hit you. It's hard for them to do all that damage on Death March. They can't hit you, right? Alright, so a letter. Jenner didn't make it. There's a key, some treasure. And completed the quest. Right. Tough luck. No love. Just stole your shit. Again, it's not stealing if they're dead, right? I'm an archaeologist. Right? So we grayed out that one. Again, when you first find the hidden treasure, it's white like the undiscovered locations, right? But when you finish them, you gray them out. So let's find a good example of that. Right, so we have this monster den that we have not finished. Notice it's white, whereas this monster nest is gray. Because I finished this monster nest and have not finished the monster den yet. Right? And again, at this point, yeah, I mean, I would like to go through and discover all the undiscovered locations. But as we say, get to the outer edges of the map, we'll still be able to discover locations, but there'll be times when, you know, the enemies will just be way too high level, so we'll just leave them. These things won't be grayed out. They'll stay white, and we'll be able to come back to them. But currently my goal is to uncover all the undiscovered locations and also build out my Gwent deck before I actually start the moving on the main quest. Do as much as I can do exploration wise before getting to the main quest. Ultimately, I would like to have all my secondary quests, all my Witcher contracts, all my treasure hunts, etc. accomplished before I hit the final mission of the main quest. Right? That's my goal for this playthrough. And that really starts with doing undiscovered locations. Knocking out secondary quests associated with some of those locations. Where am I headed? It's kind of a grind, right? What do we have here? Huh. You'll get all the help you need, bro. They're using weapons. Punching guys with weapons is usually a bad idea. I know. Real men use fists, right? No.
Damn
That's just
cheap
stupid.
guards! You get your coins worth, even less. Thank you, Witcher. Where would I be without you?
Your guards run off.
Louts didn't get the chance, thank the gods. It's them you cut down, waited until we passed the last settlements, then attacked. And to think, I made sure the scoundrels were well armed. We stood no chance against them.
Hiring thugs? Not a good idea these days. Need someone you can trust to guard a caravan.
I cannot afford to enlist anyone permanently.
Where'd you find these men?
Former Temerian soldiers, they claim to be. Of all people, I thought they'd know the trade.
Knew it all too well, in a way.
Thank you. Please, this was to be theirs at our destination. Now it's yours.
Right, save the merchant. Secondary quest complete. Actually, I think that was an unmarked quest. But generally when we save merchants like that, they pop back up. We'll find them later. Their final destination, buy stuff from them. So it's useful. useful to do. Let's see. Moving up. Anything else here? Just some herbs. Looks like we got some enemies. A lot of enemies. I think these guys might be too high level for me right now. But again, we can at least discover the location, even if we don't clear it out. Yeah. Al Ghul. Level 43. On him. Don't really want to hit him with the spikes out. I'll just be damaging myself, right? Like I said, just damaging myself with the spikes out. And if Axes doesn't work on him, pray hard to get those spikes to retract, right? Anyways. Looks like we've got some dogs over here. And so again, that's a guarded treasure, guarded by a level 43 Al Ghul. And it's going to remain white until we get a little higher level. Still pretty low on health. Find my work here. Ouch. Started at a disadvantage there. Did not fight very well. Died. That's the way it happens. I hope I got a save. First rule of RPGs, save often. Right? Probably should have just I did get a save. Look at that. Let's let our health regen a little bit. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. Again, these fights with the wild dogs are definitely good practice.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Down. Ah. And again, I would say the New Game Plus and Death March playthrough, or New Game Plus seems a little more difficult than when I was playing through this game on just regular, my first playthrough on Death March. But maybe I just wasn't as good. Maybe I got lazy from using Axii. Maybe I was better in my first playthrough. That's why practice is useful here. down. I'm about to go down. Damn. All right. Again, it's outstanding practice, right? There, I died for a number of reasons, but main reason was that last hit, I was aiming at the wrong enemy. Again, if you don't target them manually, the game targets it automatically for you, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Usually it's pretty fluid. Let's start off with Gwen. If I can learn how to use the freaking controller. Okay, here we go. Important to know when to roll and when to dodge. And also to shut the fuck up while you're fighting. Right, whittled down the pack a little bit there. That's pretty good. Let's get back to it. Alright, some more fights we can do. Got a pack of wolves over here. Let's take them down.
Come on, come closer.
White Wolf versus the wolves. Lord. That didn't work out very well. Dance. Oh! I did a pretty good job there. Didn't take any of them out. Again, good practice as far as fighting. Trying to anticipate when they attack, knowing when to roll and when to dodge. Alright, let's do it again. Got one of them down. Again, with the rolling, if you're rolling, you're using stamina, which doesn't help you with Gwen, right? But if you're just dodging, you can, alright, let's get back to him. If you're just dodging, you don't use stamina, and you can keep Gwen up, right? Back here, you. You don't want to dodge directly into their attack. Kind of defeats the purpose of the dodge, right? That was a lot better. Again, it's good practice. Keep your fighting skills sharp. And really, it's about training your training yourself to be anticipate your enemy's blow without thinking about it. See it, you react, right? You want it to be instantaneous. You don't want to have to think about it in the fight, because if you're thinking about it in the middle of the fight, you're going to be a step too slow. Okay. Get a quick save. Kill this wild dog. So I'm primed and ready right now. That guy had no chance. Right? Food buff up. Alright, we had a couple undiscovered locations down here. Yep. More wild dogs. Let him hit me a couple times. Once. I've been hit a couple times. Just take a second here. Alright, back to it. Not very good. Apparently not primed and ready enough.
That stench.
guess it's important to remember just because your reflexes are good and programming is good, right? Doesn't mean you can be reckless. Still gotta exercise, you still gotta respect the enemy, exercise the right amount of caution. You can't just hack and slash these guys. At least not on Death March, right? Quick save.
Damn, you're ugly.
You got me once. It's fine. Where did that, Right, we need to head back east for the abandoned site and the hidden treasure. Unmarked treasure there. Skeleton. Just chilling. Right? Sweet. Following a custom marker that was out of date. Updated that custom marker to a location we actually want to go to. Moving out. What we got here? Drowners. Get some more drowners. Go kill your friends.
How you like that silver?
All right. Go. Another area liberated.
You know, Witcher, folk can say what they will. Me, I'll never forget what you did for us.
You're welcome. Alright, unsent letter. So, got facing drowners here. Level 40s. We're our auto aim. Take that. Too easy. The underwater combat isn't great in this game, but that's pretty much the extent of it, actually. Right, items. Completed the quest. Right, we did loot a battlefield there, so we're at 155 and 190. I have to knock out some inventory management soon. All right, what do we have left? Got these two and this. And then this center area will be complete. Except for this guy, but as far as discovering all the locations, we'll have discovered them. That's my primary goal. So let's do that. Moving out. Get a quick save here. Spotting enemies. Some ghouls. Good fight. Good fight. Good talk. Alright, moving forward. It's usually better to separate these guys out. As opposed to fighting them as one large group. That time I was focused on the enemy behind me instead of the enemy in front of me. Like, is that guy gonna attack? Like he did there. You. Oh, took my eyes off the prize. Situational awareness, rule 4. Just because you think you're done doesn't mean you're done. Make sure all those enemies are dead before you start. Before you stop battling, I guess. Before you end combat. I was about to be done. I thought I was done. I thought enemies were clear, and then boom, I'm dead. Not a very good fight. One guy with the bleed, like that. And teamwork usually works very well. Try to fight the guy he's fighting, right? Looks like we're done. Let's get a good save.
What are you playing at? My bestie? See ya. What are you playing at? My
I
bestie?
think I saved that guy before. Are you still here, bro? Alright, anyways. Now this is... Pretty sure that's the same guy from the quest where I had to burn the bodies. For the priests of the Eternal Fire. Let's see if that's true. And he was... One of the bodies is supposed to be dead, and he wasn't. Right? Like, bro, you should go home. Could be wrong. Maybe that's just a different guy. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't see the bodies, so maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right, though. I think this is where the bodies were, right? That I burned. The old boy's still just chilling. Go home. I saved you. Go home. Titus. Damn fist tech dealers. Alright, moving out. Oh, it looks like a wolf pack. See if I can get him. The attack. Aha, kill your buddies. Then out the curve there. And these are really hard fights, right? Because there's lots of enemies attacking at once. Yeah, I was sitting there trying to use my Quen. And just stood there and got killed. Not very good. Like you said, good practice. Wouldn't be good practice if you didn't die occasionally. Try that again. Thin out the crowd, thin out the herd a little bit. Sometimes I'll take a hit just so I can finish the guy off. Generally speaking, I do not recommend hunting wolves with a sword. Okay. I am a witcher, so. Freaking ninja. Ward down. Got him. That was better. A lot better, actually. Good job, me. Good job, Geralt. Don't take any crap from those wolves. Let's get a quick save. Another enemy over here. Lone wolf. Probably not a good idea, bruh. Why aren't you with your pack? Maybe because I killed them all. Lone wolves are not very effective. Unless you happen to be the white wolf. So I'm pretty effective. What do we have up here? Looks like some bandits. Maybe deserters. Or pirates. Ouch. Slavers! That guy hit pretty freaking hard. That's why. No Guardian Deserter. He's well above my level. Careful with these guys. Especially since they have a guy with the crossbow. Let's go hit that guy with the crossbow. Teach him not to hit people with crossbows. Jerk. Still a guy with the crossbow around here. You, come here. Goodness for Gwen. And that crossbow just hit for like 80% damage. 8% of my vitality. Okay. This is probably a losing fight, right? I really do want to kill the slavers, though. Yeah, some fights are less fair than others. And again, if those guys weren't well above my level, I'd no doubt be able to take them on. But hey, there's got to be stuff left to do when I'm higher level. So go ahead and activate Quen. Just gonna roll through here. Looks like we've uncovered the location. And that's all we need, right? For now. Location has been uncovered. Is a person in distress. So let's move on out. See next location. Oh, this isn't good. Squirrels War. These are these drowners. Lo and behold, drowners. They're at or around your level. Within a few levels of you can one-shot them generally. Crossbow. On level 36, if I fight a level 40 drowner in the water, it's going to take a couple shots. Alright. And we finished that out. Okay. Up, again. Let's get her breath. Double check, make sure we got everything. That's while we're down here. Some hornwort. And for convenience, it's a boat if we need it. Is that a body? Just a random body hanging out. No real reason to be there. Love that. Alright, so we've discovered every location on this center area here, except this. Let's head back there. Come on, guy.
Go, go.
Moving up. Out of the way, Peg. We'll just take a shortcut. Hey, a pack of wolves. As much as I enjoy fighting this, yeah, rush off to this area. Don't worry about packs of wolves. Wild dogs. Wild dog in midair. Not my problem.
Slow now. Whoa.
See if we can find the gate to this place.
Hey, ya.
It's over here. Right. Let's get a good save. Lots of fighting here. Might die a time or two. Something I did in the last playthrough. Again, have a plan. Thin out the ranks a little. Just one shot his buddy.
Not good.
A little slow there. And I got what I deserved. That's where we should get a save while we have the opportunity. Yes, I am. Conjuring. That wasn't good. Uh-oh. Yeah, you don't want to dodge and fall off the... Yeah, fall damage is... not only do enemies do more damage, but fall damage is... also seems to be affected, right? I shouldn't die given that the fall I just took, but whatever. That's why we save often. No, it isn't. Maybe it is. I don't know. Save often.
Let's dance.
Save often. You're about to get got, bruh. If I can remember how to get up there. Again, Axie is your friend. And for Temeri indeed. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Okay, move on. Save often. Locked door that can't be opened. While I'm here, I might as well loot this body. Alright. Almost done clearing this place out. That's it. Killed all the guys. Currently I have to loot whatever is associated with the bandit camp. There'll be a specific box to loot. Fire! And it's usually something with a bunch of loot in it, so none of those were it. Bet this chest right here is it. There it is. Notice it's got 5 or 6 items in it. Good items. Sort of. That's not really great, but it's got a diagram, a blue sword, some emerald dust, saltpeter. Well, the emerald dust is at least useful. Okay. And again, by looting that chest, well, we can't see it, but I guess you can take my word on it, it is now grayed out. We have finished the bandit camp. Guess I could spend a bunch of time looting the entire bandit camp. I don't really care. Locked doors. Right. Not that I'd make you take my word for it, but there it is. Grayed out. Right? And it grayed out as soon as we emptied that chest. Of course, we had to kill all the bandits too, but again, bandit camps are a 2-part process. Kill the bandits, loot the treasure associated with the bandit camp. Right, and that knocks out this part of Velen. Every discoverable location has been discovered. Well, potentially. we still can't get to this notice board because we have to progress the main quest before we can get through the gates. They'll allow us to get to this notice board, and potentially it'll open up a question mark or two in this area. It's a possibility. But for now, we've done everything we can in this center area. Next time we'll go through these. Then we'll go through those. And then head back north. And just knock these all out. Too easy, right? It's gonna take some time.
Washed your hair lately?
So buckwheat millet, they said. It'll pay off, they said.
What's he doing here?
Alright, so again, what we accomplished today so far is exploration. Knocked out a number of secondary quests
A whole day.
directly related to exploration,
You're a fierce one. But in fairness in your eyes.
and we've got plenty more exploration to do. So again, that's what we'll be focused on
What's
for
he
next,
doing?
I don't know. It'll be a number of videos, X number of videos. So for the next X number of videos, we focus on exploration,
So buckwheat millet, they said.
and
It'll pay off.
eventually
they said.
we'll uncover all those undiscovered locations. We'll discover them,
What's he doing here?
and then we'll go and build our glint deck out a little bit. And basically we're going to do everything we can until we run out of things we can do at my level.
Wouldn't be so pale if you ate onions and oil.
We'll work on any secondary quests,
What's he
any
doing here?
Witcher contracts, any treasure hunts that we're able to do that are at or around my level. Once we run out of things to do, we'll hit up the main quest, progress the main quest,
So buckwheat
level a
millet,
little
they
bit,
said.
and
It'll
get
pay
back
off,
to
they
it.
said.
Get back to the exploration.
What's he
The
doing?
exploration we hadn't gotten to. So that's basically the premise of this playthrough is exploration. Bug hunting. It's also another sub goal, a secondary goal. This playthrough. Find some bugs. So I do enjoy that.
You're a fierce one. But in
Right.
fairness in your eyes.
And yeah, we
What's
had
he doing
a
here?
crow that was hovering in place at one point. A little bit of a bug there. And there are some other bugs that we found along the way. Again, you're bound to find bugs when you search the deepest, darkest crevices of a massive
So buckwheat millet, they said.
RPG.
It'll pay off, they said.
What's he
And that's
doing
no
here?
excuse, of course. Beta testers probably could have done a better job, or potentially CD Projekt Red could have hired more beta testers or had a longer beta, and then there wouldn't be as many bugs or any bugs.
Wouldn't be so pale if you ate onions and oil.
Probably isn't too many
What's he
games
doing
out there with 0 bugs, especially not large RPGs. Again, not an excuse, but at some point you gotta say the game's finished. And again, we're nearing 300 hours of time that I played this game, and I've only seen it crash
So buckwheat
once,
millet, they said.
so that's
It'll
pretty
pay off,
solid.
they said.
You know,
What's he
you can
doing here?
complain about bugs in this game if you want. I'm not here to complain about bugs. I like to sniff them out. But if your game crashes every 2 hours like Skyrim, that's probably not good. This game, on the other hand, once every, 300 hours? I can take
So
that.
pale
I
if
like
you ate
that.
onions and oil.
That's pretty good.
What's he doing here?
And again, I don't think I've ever seen Ocarina of Time crash, so you know, I mean, I would say The Legend of Zelda is the gold standard. Pretty much any Zelda game, generally speaking, has a very low amount of bugs that you're ever going to find. It's well tested. And they fix the bugs that they do find. It just seems like they don't declare a Legend of Zelda done until it is bug-free. You don't see that game crash, right? And that's not to say there are no bugs in Legend of Zelda games. I'm sure there are. They're far harder to find than, say, in Skyrim, especially. But even in this game,
What's he doing here?
just gotta look around. Do some exploration, you'll find some bugs. Something to look for. And something we'll look for. Right, so again, what do we accomplish? Exploration, and specifically, we explored this center isle in Velen, or this center island. It's kind of cut off, right? I guess it would be considered an island. So this center island in Velen uncovered the rest of the undiscovered locations. Still have a white few that we haven't completed here. But that's alright. We'll get back to this guarded treasure in a few levels. It was level 43 Algol, level 44 Algol. So we'll hit it up when we gain some levels. But again, my main task, my main goal is to discover the undiscovered locations. Not necessarily to finish them. In this one, there's like some level 42s. So again, we'll come back for that. And as we get to kind of the edges of the map, there will be more of these undiscovered locations. We'll continue to discover them, but there will be more that we won't finish out, that will remain white after we've discovered them, right? Like this guarded treasure, this person in distress, they're white instead of grayed out like everything else. Try to gray out as much as possible, but again, some of the stuff's just going to be above my level, so we'll have to come back to it. But that should not stop us from discovering any undiscovered location. Right?
But you
So,
fairness in your eyes.
we discovered a bunch of undiscovered locations,
What's he doing here?
completed a number of secondary quests associated with those undiscovered locations, and that'll wrap it up. There it is. Thank you, Twitch viewers. I appreciate y'all. Dragon Slayer out.
Would be so pale if you ate onions and oil.
What's he doing here?